Yeah.
Viv, we're in.
Wow. I love technology. I love technology. Yay. Is this live? April, yes. It's live, but everybody's on YouTube again. It says it's streaming on Facebook too. So if you're on Facebook or anywhere, let us know. You're live on FB. Yay. Hello. Okay, great. Great. I love this. All right, we are here for real this time.
Hello.
We're going to do some hello. We're going to do some giveaways.
There we go. They're coming in now. Here we go. Now we got them.
Kathy, you're probably on the wrong link if you can't get it on Facebook. I just created a new event. I'm sorry, guys. Hello from Italy. Margie, yes. Living your best life.
Hazel's with us. Judy's with us. Tracy's with us. Hey. Margie's with us. We got that one. Carrie's with us. Mary Beth is with us from Tennessee. Eric's in Michigan. Yes. Viv is watching on YouTube. That's good. Okay, we're back. Everybody's coming in. Well, somebody said Facebook's not working.
No, but let me explain that. If you are saying Facebook's not working, that's because we created an event. And what happens whenever we create the event way in advance, for some reason, it just does not, Facebook kicks the connection off. And that's what we did. We created this last month. Then it kicked us off. So if you're in that old event trying to watch it, it's not going to work. Just go to the main page. Hi. Oh, Elaine, your hair looks awesome. Thank you. I'm ruining it with this hat. But hey, we're going to give some of these away. I'm going to give some of these away today. And we're also
from Quebec, Nebraska. If you all have any questions, put them in there, and I'll be happy to answer them. Elaine's got something for you. There you go, Elaine. Take it away.
We're going to, first of all, Pat Seymour, the man, the myth, the legend, he is here to answer your questions. So if you want to talk about session questions that you may have, please ask them today. This is the day to ask them. We're also going to give away one of these very awesome video booklets. This is great. It's got all sorts of different, it's preloaded with videos on there for our practitioners. We put your company logo, a sticker there for your company logo. This is a great first touch to any business. So if you're interested, do that. We also have MagnaCon tickets for sale. This is going to be the best MagnaCon ever. I'm going to say that right now. Knock on wood. But we also, if you have been to MagnaCon every other year or any other year and you went to Churchill with us, not only are we going back to Churchill, but we got one of the best. We are upgrading to a whole new room, a whole new place. It is a way bigger, way better, amazing area that we are going to be at this year at Churchill Downs. So I'm super excited.
That's cool.
Thank you. Cute hat. People are saying. Okay, I'm going to answer this question if you don't mind, Dad. Okay. Jessica Woolsey says, what is your number one go-to for marketing? And then you can answer too. And how would you market your business without overwhelming everyone? Okay, Jessica, if by overwhelming everyone, you're talking about going to just your friends and family on social media, which is kind of what I'm assuming you're doing, then that, I get it. That can be overwhelming. It feels a little bit like multi-level marketing. I have a business starter course. If you haven't taken it yet, please take it. That is going to help you with ideas on how to market, but I'm going to give you a couple here right now. I would recommend figuring out what is your target audience? Is it what demographic? Is it horses? Is it livestock? Is it cows? What is it? Is it a wellness club? What are you looking to do? And then find your perfect audience within that market. So for example, some people locally here, we have some tack shops. And there's different Eastern, Western writing, whatever. You find the tax shop where the people that you are wanting to market to hang out. You go introduce yourself. You offer to do a demo day there. You need to get outside of just your personal circle. Volunteer at any type of nonprofit or 501c3 equine barns that may be there for disabilities or rehabs or therapy barns. Go there, volunteer, offer to use the machine on those animals at no charge. You're going to meet people. You're going to market to people. Also, find shows in your area, like events. It could be anything. It could be, there's a big dog walk that happens here in Louisville every year. Great way to go, get a booth, set up, have a stations with dog beds set out to then MagnaWave those dogs and show people what it is. Hand out cards that say, good for one free session if you buy 3 or something like that. So you really want to get outside your community. That's how it's going to help you not overwhelm people. And take the business starter course. Dad, do you have anything to add to that?
No, I think you're saying the right thing. And have a story. Stories are incredible. Sell with a story, you can use a story that you get here. You can use your own story, how you got involved. People want that. People want to see that you have an idea of what brought you to the table. Tell a story and use it in that fashion, and you'll be amazed at how much of a difference it makes when you can document a story about what you've done or how you've experienced it. And you have to be confident. If you're not confident in telling your story, you're wasting your time. Tell it. Goes back to grade school when you were in a play or you did something. Look in the mirror, recite your story. Look at the wall, recite your story. Talk to your wife, your husband, your partner, your friend, whatever the situation may be. Share that story over and over and over to where it's so embedded that when it comes out, it's just there. It's 100% understood. Tell your story. And you know what? It doesn't have to be a big story. I used to tell a story on Twitter, tweet a horse in 20 minutes. They'd get on it and come back, say, my God, it changed leads like this. It jumped higher. It went smoother. Just create that story with one that you've had. And people kind of look at you like, wow, that really happens. You can do that in 20 minutes. Yeah. Let me show you. Done.
Yeah. Yeah. What is your why? Why did you do? People don't buy what you sell. They buy why you sell it. So what is your why? And like he said, get used to saying it. I like to practice in my head, like imagining myself talking to people, like really, because your brain doesn't realize that you're not actually doing it. So go through it as much as you can in your head so that you're so confident. Try not to use those time fillers like, get confident, like you said. That's great advice. We got some, I just did it. It's 3 a.m. in Victoria, Janet says. 3 a.m. and she's watching. You're crazy, Janet. Get some sleep. Okay. MagnaCon is back at the same hotel as 2021. Correct. Marriott East. All right, I got a question for you, Deb.
Okay.
Kristen says, I have someone who has the tendon starting to rip from her elbows. Ouch. And wondered if what I told her was the best. I told her it was the best. She's renting a machine for 2 weeks to do daily 15-minute 2 times a day. Wait. Okay. So wondered if what I told her was the best. So she has, there's torn tendons and they're wanting to use the machine for 2 weeks to do daily 15 minutes 2 times a day. What do you think?
I would do 30.
30 minutes.
Which machine is it? I'm sure is it the Spiro? Probably, or whatever machine it is. But I would do, depending on the setting, I'd be curious as to what setting they're treating at, and for the length of time. But certainly twice a day for 2 weeks with a 4 to 6 hour separation. And you want that because the body only takes so much energy at one point. So if you did it for 30 minutes or 20 minutes and you turned around in an hour and did it again, yeah, it might feel okay, but you're putting energy in there that it doesn't need. Let the body use that energy that you put in 4 hours or so, or 6 hours, do it again. And in this situation, if you can go 4 hours, they could even go 3 times a day. You might use a more moderate type of setting. But just, your time is good here and your time is valuable when they're only going to have it for 2 weeks. So I would certainly increase the time from 15 minutes to 20 or 30 minutes, be on a moderate setting, a setting that you can count. But yet it's, not too high that you count 1, 2, you want it comfortable, and approach it from that perspective. Your advice is good. Your advice will work. I'm just wanting to help you fine tune it just a little bit.
Yeah, and she also added on here, I told her to take a day off every 3 to 4 days to her level of comfortability. Then if she has time to do 30 minutes each elbow with the butterfly, lower for 30 minutes and the entire arm shoulder area. So yeah, I mean, that's basically what you just said.
On a 2-week exposure, she doesn't need to take a day off.
No.
The day off is to keep somebody from detoxing. If you're doing the whole body, you know,
Yeah.
you're doing the chest and lower back and buttocks, and you're doing that for 30 minutes twice a day, you might need to lay off every 2 or 3 days for a day because you don't want to detoxify too fast. But if you're doing the elbow area and you're treating it consistently, you don't have to lay off if you got only 2 weeks that you're trying to work with. And basically what you want to do is you want to reduce the inflammation so the area can begin to heal on its own and feel better. So that's one way to approach it.
I completely agree. Another question that we have is, what would you recommend for a horse with Lyme disease?
Well, you know, Lyme disease quite often moves around the body. So you want to be able to scan and see where the animal is sore. Probably would do for sure full body sessions at that point, but I would scan to try to see where there is something going on, because quite often somebody will have Lyme disease in a particular area of their body if you're talking about a person that's experienced it over the years. But full body treatments as often as possible initially to help the body get balanced in its, from the mitochondrial level to the blood flow to the oxygenation that can go basically try to smooth the body over from the Lyme disease.
Great.
I'm not a doctor, so you certainly want to revert to your veterinarian if they give you some specific information on that. But as an individual looking about where we see it, how it goes, good general sessions, 20 minutes each, it certainly would aid in those types of situations.
Okay, so let's see. Bridget says, and this is a great reminder to those out there that the MagnaWave app is a wonderful resource. People really need to get it. One-time small charge, but it will answer 99% of people's questions. I mean, we do have an excellent app. It's $24.99 one time. There is tons of guidelines, tons of information, a great way to build your list of clients right off the bat, so that you can start keeping track of, you know, who you have done sessions on, like what their horses or what their dogs' names are, all of that. So you should really start using that if you're not. So thank you for that reminder, Bridget. Jessica says, my horse had a stifle injury and gets body sore at long shows and does so much better on MagnaWave. I saw how it worked and believe in it 100%. Anything to make my horse feel better. I invested in my horse and myself. I love it. Okay, so what about plates and anything like that that's placed on like a bone after a fracture? What would be the recommendation?
If an animal has plates or screws or rods, typically they're fine. They're tight. They're put together well, and we don't have a magnetic pull to our devices. So if an animal has a rod or plate or something in its ankle or knee or hock, wherever the situation may be, they're not an issue. You could treat right around them. You want to experiment to make sure that the animal is comfortable as you're treating, but it's typically not an issue.
Okay. So Pro wheel upgrade. I'm going to go ahead and show that because we talked about it in a second. We talked about that. Is that okay?
Yeah.
All right, great. So this is something. So the Soul Pro got a new case. Here it is. It's an excellent case here. And this, I don't know, can you see it really well here, Dad?
Yeah, I can see it. There you go. Perfect.
Okay, so if you can see, there are these little wheels right here. This comes standard on the case. But one of the things that is great is that if you're going to be going a lot of places with this machine, especially where there might be dirt or anything like that, where you're wanting to pull it along, these wheels are not going to hold up in a barn situation. So what's really cool is, imagine that this is my foot there. You just simply push and it snaps right out. So if you're going on an airplane or something like that, this will fit in the overhead bin. So you have all of that travel, like easy travel ability for smaller spaces. But then if you're going to any type of show or situation, you can easily just pop it back in, clicks right back in there. And these are available now for purchase if you have this case. They're available right now. They're an additional $1,000. But when I say that these are heavy duty wheels, you all, it has our logo right here in the front. These are so strong. The grade of the metal, everything, the wheels, these are definitely there to last. And it's a great way to take care of your Soul Pro. So these are available right now. If you're interested, you can email sales@mwpemf.com. They snap right in, and they snap in and out with your foot. I love it. It's easy. It's simple. Great for travel. So you have the best of both worlds. You have an all-terrain machine without the like the big size of an all-terrain machine, because those wheels, as you know, don't fit in the overhead bin of an airplane. So if you're traveling with your machine ever and you want to take it on a plane and you want to, we always recommend when you're flying with your machine to carry it on with you. And in this instance, and a lot of those bigger machines can't do that. So you have the ability to do that with this. So people love the wheels. So is there wheels for that case? There are only wheels for this version of the Soul Pro. The case that we had before did not have the ability for us to craft the wheels. One of the reasons that we ended up switching that case. So if you if you have an older Soul Pro and you would like to, you have to have this case Soul Pro to do it. If you have an older Soul Pro or any of our machines or even a competitor machine, we do have a trade-in program, and you can trade your machine in and get money towards whatever upgrade machine you have, whatever machine you want to upgrade. And so actually we've just redone that trade-in program a little bit. And if your machine is newer, let's say a year or 2 years old, we actually have it set up where you could get even better pricing. So if you have the blue one, if you have any other machine, then contact us, sales@mwpmf.com. We would be happy to work with you to, figure out the best one, or contact your product specialist. What do you think about the wheels there, Dad?
Well, I think they're great. Can I
say something?
Always, you get up. I want to share something. As you know, I'm kind of a car guy, and I like to ceramic coat my own cars and play with them and shine them and do all that kind of stuff. And the gentleman that I work with the ceramic coating sent me a product to play with a couple of weeks ago that I'm experimenting with for us to maybe use here on our stuff. See, she's got that look on her face. There she went. But here's what it does. If you have a trailer, you wash your trailer and you spray this inside your trailer, and then you rinse it off. If you get dirt or muck or whatever you got in your trailer and you hose it off, it comes right off the walls. If you spray it around your wheels and your wheel wells and all of that on your trailer, and then rinse it off, the mud that you get on there will just rinse off for up to 6 months. It's just absolutely incredible that I've been playing with this. And here's the thing: I'm going to have this once we test it, and we're going to do some testing. If you want to test it with me, send me an email.
But don't. You open up cans of worms everywhere.
Oh, hell, they're all over the floor. The worms are all over the floor.
If everyone that actually works for MagnaWave corporate, now you see exactly where I get this, okay? And he is worse than I am. He's worse. So
anyway, I'm going to show you how to keep your wheels really clean on your machines very easily. That's coming.
Okay. I'll stay on him. We'll make sure that this happens. It really does work, that ceramic coating. Oh, Lord. Everybody's saying they want to test it. Good luck. They're going to email us, and everybody's going to be like, what do we do about this? All right. So do you want to put your email up? My wheels get so muddy, people are saying. All right. We have a ton of questions here. All right. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, I have a client that lives an hour and a half away from me. We are working on helping expedite the healing process of a broken femur. What is the most ideal protocol since we are not able to meet daily or even more than 2 times a week? Hold up, Sierra, that's called a rent-to-rent. You need to be renting that person a machine. That is 100%. You put the protocol together, which I think, Dad, you could tell her what the protocol would be for that person. If they have a rent-to-rent, the beautiful thing is that you just write down what that protocol needs to be and you give it to them, right, like somebody did earlier, and then they do it in their own home. And you're not having to waste all that time in driving, and they're able to get the same result. So I would 100% recommend that. What do you think that protocol would be?
If you're going to do it twice a week, you want to treat it for 20 to 30 minutes on a very moderate setting. And if you can hang around the area, go treat some horses, come back, treat it a second time. That'd be the way I would approach it. Twice a week will help, but it's not going to give you the quick return that you're going to get with every day. Yeah. The rent-to-rent is perfect for that type situation, and they're going to need to rent it for. If you got a bone on an animal that's broken, you're talking 6 to 8. You're talking 8, probably 8 to 10 weeks. If they talk to you normally, you want to get that good circulation and blood flow in there to maybe speed that healing process.
Yes, do a rental. Okay. How many machine sales this year for earning a no-charge Sphero click? Bridget, 6. So starting the January 1st of 2023 to the last day of 2023, if you have referred 6 people, then you get that Sphero click. And they have purchased. Those 6 people have fully purchased. All right. Hold on. We got more, Dad.
I know. I'm here. Not going anywhere.
Great.
I got all these worms on the floor I got to deal with.
I know. I bet you do. How much do you recommend investing in your business each year? All of it, all the money.
Well, that's interesting. If you're adequately using your Facebook, your personal Facebook, or create your own page, if you're using that and your people are going there, here's a little secret for you. If you've got 100 customers and you want to start posting information in a group, create a group for your business, a personalized group for your business. Go in there and post things that you see from other practitioners so your customers can go to your group, search your group for answers. You become the authority in your group. So you can, in that group, people can search for things. You can talk about things. You can talk about things in your group that you can't really talk about, on your public page, as far as photographs you want to show and things you want to do of animals that you're working on, and so on and so forth. So create a group. You market maximally to your group. It only takes 100, or just say it takes 100 customers to be successful in your business. Now, perhaps if you travel, you need more than that. But as you build those numbers, communicate with those people effectively. And for years, I was amazed. First couple of years I was marketing on Facebook, I was spending maybe $1,000 for the full year. And then we got to looking at it. Well, when all of a sudden you're talking international and all that, but you're not. You're talking in a local area. So you need to have banners. You need to have good clothing to wear. You need to have those kind of materials. So kind of look at it. The people in marketing can give you an idea of what a good budget might be. You 50%. Can spread that budget over several months and do it. But, to do a little advertising to your community, to your area, through Facebook, through Instagram, TikTok, whatever you want to do, is something very valuable for you to do. But you don't have to spend a fortune. What's critical is what you do spend, you support it with the authority and confidence in what you're doing.
Absolutely. And I mean, I recommend, and I think most like books that I've read about any type of like starting a business is 50 to 70%, depending on your business, your like yearly revenue, or profit that you bring out of that company needs to go back in. So 50% of the profit that you make in a year needs to go back into the business to help it grow. So just like my dad said, that could be market. Maybe in the beginning, that is $1,000 because you're not bringing, that's the profit that you have every, for 6 months, right? When you're starting, but you want to make sure that you have, you're investing about half of that back in order that next year that half should be bigger and bigger and bigger and should grow where you're getting more profit. And I would also recommend some of reinvesting in your business means reinvesting in yourself, like educate yourself on other modalities, educate yourself on just books, information about running your business, information that can help you be the better expert in the area that you're working. So you are part of the product, right? So that you are able to be as educated as possible. That is an investment in your business. But marketing expenses also count towards that too.
Absolutely. Let me give you a little tip. Sure, you may want to allocate an X amount of money. If you got some money that you saved up, you want to put into marketing and have some news and views, or have the audio book, or have the video book, whatever you want to do. Those things are incredible because you can leave them behind and go back and get them, or just leave them behind. But look at it this way. If you look at big franchises, they charge a fee. They charge a 4% fee or whatever it is to their franchisees, and they use that for marketing to the community. If you just do 4% of your weekly sales, whatever, if that's $40, $400, whatever it is, just put it aside and then build a little bank and use that for marketing. Buy your pens, buy your patches, buy your hats, whatever it may be, but just slowly build your budget and approach it from that perspective.
Absolutely. Okay. Let's see. Somebody said, how's the weather? We'll be there. Hold on. We'll be there Friday for hands-on training. Faye says. So How's the weather going to be Friday? It's going to be beautiful, right, Dad? It's always beautiful here.
It's going to be gorgeous.
Let's see. I'm trying to find the question.
Somebody was talking about recording themselves when they're working on a horse and then using that. Absolutely. And you could put that into your video book. And I used to answer questions. Here's another thing. If you go to our group, go to the certified practitioners group, go wherever, and you'll see things answered. Take your phone out and answer the question to yourself, to your customers, and post it on your page. Hey, I received this question about this. You're getting the answer from somebody else, but you're answering it on video. If you can go on video and practice it all the time, you are the expert. That's what people want. They want you to be the expert. So go to our certified page, read up on a question that's been asked, rehearse it, deliver it yourself to your customers. You are the authority.
That's right. Okay, what Jackery would you suggest for the Soul or Spiro Click? I recommend the Spiro Click comes with a remote battery pack, but I would recommend the 500 or the 1,000 for the Soul Pro, probably the 1,000-watt one. Let's see. Sierra says, do all of the new analog machines have a digital interface, or do you still make them with a dial to adjust intensity?
They all have a digital face at this point.
Yes. What else we got?
The reason for that is it recalibrates itself with that digital page, so they stay much more in calibration. And as you adjust them, they calibrate automatically to the adjustment that you set. With the old dial, springs can weaken, dirt can get in there. There's a lot of things that can happen, and we just have found that the digital is much better.
Yeah, and you can track the hours for that on the machine right there on the faceplate. It counts down. It's way better. Let's see. Horses with EPM. Hold on. It just, every time somebody comments, it jumps away. Horses with EPM. The question basically was that someone was asking about how would you do a session, had any luck with horses with EPM? And what if the person that has the horse with EPM has decided to go all homeopathic and not take the medicine?
A couple of very good questions. I learned years ago when I started treating horses with EPM, I learned the hard way. I was at Churchill Downs, and number one, we didn't know that this horse had EPM initially. They had not yet tested for EPM, but so I treated the horse, and the horse was worse the next day. All I did was move the parasite. As I massaged the area of the horse, I kind of moved the parasite around so it got into new tissue, and the horse was sore the next day. So we learned if we're going to treat a horse with EPM, you got to treat it regularly, and you got to treat it for a period of time to help what things degrade, go away. There's 2 types of medication for EPM. One just causes it to go dormant. The other causes it to die and decay, and there we want to work it out and get the everything out of the system as best we can. We can enhance that with blood flow, oxygenation, all of that. So those are the areas to approach what you're doing when it comes to EPM, but you can't treat it typically one time and done like you can some sore issues. If a horse has got a sore back, you treat its back, it's much better. Away it goes, maybe 2 or 3 times to really make sure the muscles stay supple and they don't get the inflammation right back. But in EPM, you're talking about something that's going to take a lot of time. In the beginning, the situation was let them treat the horse and then come, with the medication and then beginning to treat. Today, it's up to your veterinarian. Some veterinarians want to treat during the medication process. Others want to wait till after they've gone through the medication process. What would I say if someone wanted to decide to go homeopathic? Talk to your veterinarian, see what they say. There can be a marriage between homeopathic and what I would call integrative and standard medicine. There could be a way for that to work out, but it's something that you want to approach and to talk with your veterinarian. If you choose to go all one way as opposed to the other, you got to monitor it, see how it works out for you.
Great. Someone asked if I have a Soul with the dial, can it be upgraded to a digital faceplate? And when it comes in for service next time, Michelle, you can upgrade your machine by actually going through the trade-in program, but it cannot be like that machine cannot, we would have to replace everything inside. So it would be a whole new machine. So if you wanted to upgrade your machine and get one with the dial, we would do the trade-in program at that time. Any tips for not feeling horrible for charging friends for their horse sessions? I'm so bad at mixing business and friendship. And I'm going to just say very quickly, I believe that you should always, if you are going to support other companies that you don't know the owner, I believe that you should 100% pay for sessions that your friends give. I do. And I offer a friends and family plan to some, we always have that friends and family discount. And I would just set that across the board and say, hey, this is the friends and family discount. It's 15% off or whatever that is. And then stick to it, because if they truly are your friends, and they'll pay you because they should want to support your business. Dad, what would you say?
I would say the same thing. If you've got a friend and you're going to give them a demonstration, give them a demonstration. But when it comes down to when they need it, when they want it for their animals, you can give them a personal friends and family discount. I do it all the time, and it works. They like it and they appreciate it. But again, you're the authority. You have the credibility. If you give it away, it doesn't have any value. So you got to charge for what you're doing for it to have the value.
Right. And you got to set that expectation. So a lot of times, I got this question today about demoing. They're like, demo. I feel like I'm doing demos. If you are doing demos and not getting the results of people booking, it's because you are not doing your job right. So it's not that the demo isn't working. It's that you're not setting the stage. And this is how I like to start with the demo. I like to say, hey, what I'm going to do today is I'm going to first ask you some questions so I understand what's going on with the animal. And then I'm going to go through, and I really want you to be able to ask me any questions that you may have. And then I'm going to go through and do the entire session. I'd like you to observe. And then at the end, I'm going to give you a recommendation for how many sessions that we need to go ahead and get on the books to go through an entire cycle to get this moving forward for that issue. How's that sound? Great. Okay, good. So let's get started. And boom, immediately you're the authority. You right off the bat, you're outlining how the demo is going to go, what's going to happen. And you're assuming the sale at the end, that they are going to move forward with booking sessions. Never just book one. At a demo, you need to tell them, I recommend 4, 3, 2, whatever, however it is. And I like to say, but today I could do, if you buy 4, I'll give you the 5th for free. Let's go ahead and get that paid for, and I'll go ahead and get you scheduled out for those sessions, because my schedule's filling up fast. If you do that, then they're going to be so excited to move forward. Now, if they say to you, okay, I just want to see how things go tomorrow, I want to think about it. Say, okay, what issues do you want to think about? What is it that you're concerned about? And they may say, well, I'm concerned about the money, or I'm concerned about this, about how my horse will respond. Say, okay, how about this? Here's some information on why this is a good value, because I'm giving you the free session if you buy 4. And also, how about I follow up tomorrow about 5 o'clock to see how your horse is feeling. And if, and we could start talking, and then we could go ahead and get that plan booked, that program booked. And they then expect that phone call. They talk to you about it, their animal feels better, and boom, you book it then. Don't be afraid of someone saying no.
Well, I'm going to tell you what, back when I first started, all I did was demo, because I was the crazy guy dragging this gray case around the place. There's Dr. Voodoo, whatever the hell you want to say. All I did was demo for a long time. But then I got to the point, I'd shown enough people and believe, and you all know this, I treat a horse for 30 minutes, you treat a horse for 20 to 30 minutes, and there's a change. The horse moves better, all these types of things. So I would do a demo for somebody 2 or 3 times. Again, I'm wanting to get them get used to what's going on. Then I'd walk away. I'd try to get an appointment. If they wouldn't give me an appointment, I'd just leave. I can't tell you how hard it is to continue to walk by that barn day after, when you're at Wellington or a horse show somewhere, walking by day after day after day. But all of a sudden, 2 weeks later, they'll take out, you know what? Will you come treat this horse? That horse really was different. Will you treat this one now? And the other thing, if you're going to do a demo and they say treat the knee and the feet, don't do that. Treat the whole horse.
MagnaWave them.
Whole horse. MagnaWave the whole horse when you're doing it. You can go back and treat the foot, but treat the whole horse. That way they're going to see the overall improvement of the situation. Got a couple of questions that popped up. Can I go to them?
Yeah.
Someone wanted to know about treating an 11-year-old dog with dysplasia. What would they do? We did that with our boxer that was 6. The dog lived till 9, but anyway, we started treating for dysplasia at 6. They wanted to do the surgery and $1,500 back then, and then we're gonna have to carry it around. They said then you're gonna have to do the other leg, and we started treating with the MagnaWave immediately. The dog did great. Took a few treatments for it to be comfortable, for the inflammation to go down, for things to kind of get readjusted in the hip area. Then the dog was fine until it went in the yard and chased a rabbit. Then it would come back gimping. We'd go back and treat it again. My routine would be treat as often as you can, as long as function continues to improve, which is the byline here, if you will. and do that, and you should see some very good results. And I was talking about this past weekend at a show in New York that I was at, treating Great Danes with dysplasia and the kind of results we got there. So yes, you can do it regularly, 15 or 20 minutes on the area consistently. You're going to see some improvement, and you can maybe save having to do some surgery in some cases. Someone asked the question, can you treat after an MRI? There's no reason that you can't treat after an MRI if there's pain, something somewhere that someone's dealing with. They may have an MRI for hip problems or whatever the situation may be. You can treat. There's no reason you can't treat after an MRI.
Okay. Let's see. What's your recommendation on attachment to use on a whole body demo? And they suggested the XL wings, and I don't recommend that. I like to use the large loop so you can see those targeted areas. You want to explain that a little bit more?
Yeah, and I saw that earlier in the list. Thank you for bringing that up. If you're going to do an overall treatment, and you're doing things, use the wings. They're very effective. But if you're doing a horse for the first time, or you're treating horses, you want to see what's going on, I always use the paddle or the butterfly to scan the horse, look for areas of sensitivity so you can talk about it. They may want to know, where do you see sensitivity and that type of thing. Then use the large loop to do an overall treatment. If you want to do that and then come back and throw the wings on the hips or the top line or the shoulders for 3 or 4 minutes each to give a good generalized enhancement to what you've done individually, fine and good. But to do scans and things like that, you want again to show your professional side, what you can do, where you are the authority. If you put the wings on and you do it for this many minutes, if you're in a barn you're familiar with and you understand what you're doing, great. If that's your primary mode of what you're doing and you're saying, well, it's doing everything, it is, but you're not displaying your authority or your credibility.
Right. So someone asked the question, how would you address questions on comparing MagnaWave with other PMF modalities without negatively speaking on those? And I really, if somebody's asking about what you do, first of all, you need to sell yourself. Why are you the best at doing MagnaWave sessions, right? And also add on, MagnaWave has been just what we've done. Like, we have the certification program, we have continuing education so that you're more educated. We also have been in the business longer than majority of the PMF companies out there. That the machine is, tested and everything is there. I mean, really, especially if it's a low power unit, you're not talking badly to say that this our PMF penetrates deeper and that, sessions are shorter. So just look at what you're comparing to. The bottom line is PMF works. The main thing that separates us from everyone else is your education, your ability to use the machine, your ability to use the app, and you being there and educated. That's what really makes us stand out, as well as having the quality equipment. Anyone who says that they have, for example, there are some companies that say they have patented waves and stuff. You can't patent a magnetic field. Like, it's in the public domain. A lot of these, they maybe have patents within the machine, but in terms of, magnetic fields across the board, that is not something that is there is specific, that somebody has something extremely special, right? Dad, you want to add to that?
Absolutely. I go beyond not condemning someone else's equipment. I do spend a lot of time talking about our training, talking about where we're going with testing, with research that we're doing, with stories that I can tell about our stuff. If you are the authority, I know I've been saying that a lot today, but if you're the authority and you've got the credibility, you're the difference. You know what you're doing. You know how to treat that animal. They're going to see that and respect that. One more little tidbit, something that I used to do all the time, and I can't say that I can do it all the time now, but something you can do with your fellow practitioners. The person on the other end of that phone is always an expert. So you create yourself a little group, because I was talking about creating a side group for your business. Create a little group of practitioners. When you come to MagnaWave, create a little group, people that are like-minded and understand you see the same type of technique in these people. Someone asks you a question, well, how does it work for this? And I don't want you just sell me. How does it work for this? Well, you get on your phone and you dial up Mary and you say, hey, Mary, you're a certified person. You do this. How would you answer this question? And Mary answers that question, or Bill answers that question. They're always the expert. Your customer thinks you're trying to sell. They're an expert. Create your own bank of experts to help support your credibility, your authority, and you can do that. And wow, I used to do it all the time. We didn't have as many practitioners as we have today, but people would call me and I'd answer a question, and bingo, they'd treat 10 horses.
Well, I mean, that's the thing with the app on the phone. I mean, they can pull it up on their phone as well. Absolutely. And show the app with all of this stuff and show
it to the guidelines. Yeah, here's the guidelines. Absolutely. Use the guidelines. Show the app. Show how you can document. Here's the guidelines. Perfect.
Someone asked, what's the best coil to work with dogs? So the large loop, the zoom pedal, the mat, what do you think?
Depending on the size of the animal, for years, I only had 2 loops. I had the butterfly loop and the large loop. They did everything. Still the same today. You do cover more tissue, more area when you use the wave wings. Butterfly is good. I mean, the paddle is good if you want to get into a specific area and treat very targeted. But again, the large loop works great on dogs because you can cover much larger area. You can do the whole hip area on a lot of dogs, and so forth. If you got the wave wings, you can lay the dog in the center of the wave wings and give them good overall body treatment, bingo, in 10 minutes. So there's a lot of ways to approach it. But I don't think it makes any difference. It's what you're comfortable with. It's what you handle the best and how you want to use it. Certainly, if you're treating the hip on an animal, you want a large loop to lay over the hip and the full, to get the top line, the hip, and the hock area at the same time.
Okay, a couple things that I do want to go over for people, for MagnaCon.com, for MagnaCon, if you have your tickets, if you've already purchased your tickets, or if you want to purchase your tickets, as long as you purchase before January 1st, I'm going to be giving away, or we will be giving away, an LZR at the first office hours of the year in 2024, where we are going for anyone who's purchased their MagnaCon ticket already before January 1st. So scan right here. On this website also has the hotel information. There are discounted room rates. And remember, Wednesday is almost an entirely full day this year. It is not a half day. So make sure you get in Tuesday if you are coming. MagnaCon.com right there. We will be at the Retired Racehorse Project October 11th and the 14th at the Kentucky Horse Park. We'll have a booth there. Make sure to stop by and see us. We're doing a giveaway of a free Semi 10 at the show. So that is happening. And there will be some show specials. So check that out. If you're there, we will also have a list of practitioners to give out to people. We won't be doing treatments there, but if somebody wants a session, they can book with some of our certified practitioners. Text alerts. Hold on. I'm going to go through all this because I said I would.
While you're looking for that, Lee Dorn Thornton was writing 10 years ago. Myself and Dr. Marty counseled her on about treating her Akita with CCL rupture. She's 12 now and still doing great. Wow, that was I remember that very well with Dr. Marty and Lee. It was an interesting time, and it's always exciting to see such results that people can have for years and years. Another question: does MagnaWave ever send instructions to other states to do education clinics? Faye from North Dakota. Yeah, if you've got a veterinary conference or something going on and we can help in some fashion, I've started to do a webinar series on the human side of the business. There are certainly ways that we could produce a webinar series that you could present to a group of people. You could present to a meeting that you're having. Another way to create authority: have a meeting, get with a veterinarian and say, we're going to have an education series, and play a video or play a webinar and let people participate with that. And again, it makes you the authority.
Okay, that's true. All right, so text office hours to 69847 if you want to get text alerts when we go live. So we do sporadic lives throughout the week whenever I have time. We also do this office hours anytime that we may be doing something with Pat. So make sure that you text office hours to 69847, which is also 69847 is MWVIP. So please do that. Office hours, lowercase, all one word. We're going to do giveaways in a second, but I do have a couple things, people I want to call out really quickly. We want to congratulate Delaney Runner for winning the grand. Let me show. It's in here really quickly. I think I have her picture. Maybe. I'm going to pull it up. Maybe. Okay, I'll find it. So Delaney Runner, she has for winning grand champion market hog at the Iowa State Fair. There she is, FFA. In the sale of champions, she broke records with her pigs selling for $150,000. Isn't that amazing?
How much?
150,000.
Wow.
Congratulations, Delaney. We also, this is very interesting that I want to share with you, Dad. So we have had a lot of people who have sent us testimonials on IVDD. Okay. So this is intravertebral disc disease, vertebral disc disease. Vertebral, say that 10 times fast.
Vertebral.
Intravertebral disc disease. We got a practitioner, Dana Romano, sent us that there was a 3-year-old pit bull, Athena, was diagnosed with IVDD and herniated disc. She was paralyzed in her hind end and couldn't stand up on her own. Vets told the family to euthanize, but they turned to MagnaWave. 3 months later, she's back to hiking with her owners. So I think we have the video for her really quickly. I'm going to play that.
Hi, Mama. Come. Good girl.
Did you see that?
I did. Absolutely amazing.
So that's IVDD. If you know someone that may have an animal that's suffering from that, that is an amazing testimonial there from Dana Romano. So thank you so much for sharing that, Dana. I love that. And congratulations to Delaney. We're gonna again get your MagnaCon tickets. Let's see if we have any last minute questions. So we're gonna do.
I got a question. What's the best way to approach vets to get on their list for them to refer clients to us? The best way to do that is to be open with your vet when you talk to them, so that they understand you're not trying to take business from them, and you're not. No one ever thinks that, but some vets have that feeling. But demo to them, get them on board as a customer, and let them. Here's what's going to happen. If you're credible, and you are, but you're the authority, you're doing things in your community, and you're working with your veterinarian, and you say, hey, if you ever need, can I help you? Can I show you something? And they want to learn that. Once they're comfortable with you, it's not an issue. They're going to refer. They're going to help you because you're helping them when it gets to that type of situation. So just be close. Don't be pushy. Sometimes it takes them time. Wait for when they need your help on something. I got my first horses by treating riders. You got to think about that aspect as how you're doing and dealing with your veterinarian.
Absolutely. And eventually they really do. A lot of veterinarians, they like science. There's some great science. If you're interested in like studies and information, there is right here this QR code. This is the research page on the Association of PMF Professionals. Great information there, covering all sorts of topics. So go there, or you could just go to PEMFprofessionals.com and search that up.
Someone's talking about, I take care of my vet and their family, but cannot get into their clinic, because a lot of times they want to know the authority of what's going on. And something that you can do is we're doing a lot of research now on various areas of human treatments and animal treatments and things we're trying to do. The universities we're working with, so you can get to the marketing area, get to Teresa in training, and they have links to some of these things. Just share that with the vets so that they can see what kind of research we're doing. Share what we're doing on the human side so they can see the research that simply validates what they're doing in their line of practice. So the more credibility, again, that you bring to the table and exemplify where we're going in the research space, just gives you more credibility as you treat animals or as you treat your clients. So that's a way to approach that. If they won't let you in, just keep giving them information. Again, don't cram it, just give them information, and they're all of a sudden going to stand up one day and say, wow, that's really amazing. And, on the human side, we got devices now that are FDA cleared, and they like to hear that. They're going to respond to those types of things. So you really are for real and moving down that road.
If you're interested in more education besides what we offer here and with our continuing education, you can join the AOPP. You can learn more about it and join using this QR code right there. As we talked about reinvesting in your business, this is reinvesting in your business. As you learn and join other professional organizations, it's very important to do that when you're in a business. You get to meet new people, learn new things right there. That's the PMFprofessionals.com. People asked if Wednesday was a full day. Yes, a full day. We will do at MagnaCon next year. We're doing PMF 101, Machines 101. We'll have special speakers. All of that will be going on. Registration will also be that day.
There's a question: is there a master site we might have to where we can get all research instead of having to email marketing?
It's right here.
Yeah. It's there. We have all that information for research.
Yes. And all of our research will also be on the website. We are adding all of that onto the new website right now.
Absolutely.
Under the Learn area is where that will be. Let's see. I think that's it. Do you think we should do a giveaway, or what do you think?
Sure, let's do a giveaway. We're going to give away the video book.
We're going to give away the video book with a hat. What's cool about these video books, if I haven't said, they're rechargeable. They're awesome. This is like a $300 value. This video book is. You are going to get this preloaded with all the videos in there for you to use. Oops, wrong way. And then should we give away one of your books?
Sure. Someone said I see people saying they scan the QR code. When the QR code's on the top left-hand part of is it left-hand or right-hand part of the right-hand part of the screen, just take your camera out and point it turn your camera on, point it at the QR code. A little yellow thing will show up, tap it on your screen, and you can get it.
They can't because they're not, some of them are on their phones. So if you're on your phone, you can't scan it. So if you're on your phone though, all of this is magnacon.com is the website. All of the links are pinned to the top of the comments change. So anything that I put in here, there are links to it in the top of the comments. You could go there. The team has put those up there. You just click on them there. But we're talking about PEMFprofessionals.com, magnacon.com. That's what we mostly talked about. And again, get your ticket and you are entered to win an LZR. The next office hours, a lot of people are asking about that, is Tuesday, November 7th. Tuesday, November 7th. We will be doing some fun giveaways for that as well. Somebody asked about my business builder course, the first class starts Thursday, this coming Thursday. If you're interested in the business builder course, I think it's sold out. I don't know, but if you're interested, email support@MagnaWavePMF.com and we'll see if we have any extra spots. Okay. What are we going to do here? We're going to do the big hat.
Big hat.
The pink hat. All right. Here we go. So what should we do, Dad? Should we do a number? Should we do a letter? Should we do trivia? For people, yeah. So sometimes I'll ask a trivia question. I think I did the first year we ever had, what was the first year of MagnaCon? I do stuff like that. And then people answer it. And the first one to get the right answer wins the video booklet and the hat. But it's really hard to think about do trivia.
Because we got a lot of people that weren't around for some of that trivia.
Yeah.
Do a number.
Okay. What? Okay, hold on. Okay. Okay, I go ahead with your numbers. I can see everybody's name, so you don't have to write your name. Just put the number in.
Did you pick a number?
Yeah, I wrote it down. I can't tell them.
Oh, okay.
Because then they'd know what the number is.
Whoa, they're putting the numbers in.
Yeah, it might break the internet.
No one's getting it yet?
No.
Wow.
I gotta concentrate.
I'm looking. I don't know what the number is. Huh?
You don't know the number. Oh, got it. Whoever. Okay, 58. It was, hold on. I had it. They go so fast. Judy Peters, congratulations. You won the hat and the video booklet. So Judy, we will get that out to you. What else? Did I talk about everything? Don't forget about the SoPro wheels. There they are. They're available now for purchase if you want one. If you're getting a new Soul Pro or you have this, they are there. They're awesome. More videos and stuff to come with that. Anything we need to talk about, Dad?
No, I think we've answered a lot of questions, and that's always fun. And
well, last night my dad and I ate dinner together with my family, and we played this really fun game where we put this. I don't know if you guys have ever done that game where you put that thing in your mouth. And what's that called? What you say or whatever. And you all, I have a video of my dad with that thing doing the what you say with my mom, and it is one of the funniest videos in the entire world. Like I almost fell out of my chair. I was laughing so hard.
Are you gonna play it?
I was going to, but I don't want to embarrass you. So I think maybe I'll play it next office hours for everyone.
You can play it. You won't embarrass me.
No, I don't have it loaded right here, so I have to go get it. But if you guys want to see it, tune in. I'll play it. It's so.
I can't hear you. You turn your mic off. Can't hear you. What'd you do? She's gone. Well, look at the look in her eyes when you can't hear her. It's all gone. Yeah. Well, I'm back, and so it's about time to wrap this thing up. And we've had a great time today. I will tell you all. I'll send you some information on the spray that I'm working with to help clean your wheels on your trailers and your wheels on your machines and so forth. And there's a lot of interesting applications here. But at any rate, I'll let you know. We can talk about that later. It's been a great day being with you. I hope they'll be able to close this event out. If not, we'll all just say goodbye. Have a great day, and we'll catch you next time. We love you guys. We're so glad to be a part of what you're doing. Wave on to better health and go all the way with MagnaWave. Thanks a lot. Have a great day. Bye-bye.